Hey folks, it's Cameron from the Brushfire Mind, and this is coffee. If you check out the link down below in the description, you can find ways to support us by buying us more coffee. Okay, thanks. Mondays. Ask not why you should bring your children to Drag Queen Story Hour, but instead ask why drag queens need your children to come to Drag Queen Story Hour. And it's like this here. When you say, okay, well, some kids have got two mommies or two daddies. Yes, you are correct.
No, you're not.
Thanks, Disney.
This one's yours, my man. God, that's hard to look.
Well, hey, you know what? Yeah, okay. Raven-Symoné is a Disney Channel staple. First thing that's not a surprise. Millennials were raised on the cookie charm that was That's So Raven, so now Symoné is proving the enduring power of her place at the network by not just continuing to be a star of its programming, but by making television history while doing so. Her sitcom, Raven's Home, just featured its first trans character, a first for the titan of children's TV.
Okay, I would just like to take a moment here. Doesn't Disney own the Muppet Babies?
I think so. I mean, at this point, Disney owns everything. Disney owns Prey.
Trans Gonzo. Gonzarella.
Sure.
That would be a Disney trans character. When Gonzo showed up in a ball gown and Kermit and Miss Piggy and Fozzie all stood there and said, "Oh yeah, it's super important that we recognize who you are. We love you anyway, Gonzarella."
Okay, so in all seriousness, this whole thing with That's So Raven is entirely correct. There is a generation of children younger than us, but they grew up watching That's So Raven. And it wasn't exactly wholesome, but it wasn't the most offensive thing. And Raven-Symoné is not the best actress, but she could do like quirky stuffs. And she herself is queer in real life, so of course this is a somehow celebrating the diversity. And again, Disney, like, do you have the thing pulled up where the woman's like, I was just injecting queerness everywhere I could? Like, dude, if not, it's okay.
Let's have these two characters kiss. Let's, in the background, this, like, I was just, wherever I could, just basically adding queerness to, like, if you see any...
Yeah, that one?
Yeah, again, you know, it goes back to, I even found a meme and posted it in the meme dump on Monday. It's, ask not why you should bring your children to Drag Queen Story Hour, but instead ask why drag queens need your children to come to Drag Queen Story Hour. And it's like this here. When you say, okay, well, some kids have got two mommies or two daddies. Yes, you are correct.
No, you're not.
You're right. Technically, all children have a mother and a father. Period, end of sentence. That's how it works. All right. That's the science you should trust. Okay. But socially, some children have two mommies or two daddies. Okay. I understand that. But why do we have to jam it in the face of everything else? And even if homosexuality is appropriate for children, let's just accept that for a moment. Well, now trans too? Oh, okay. Well, what comes after trans being acceptable
Having
for
sex
children?
with your dog.
Well, look, remember, we talked about this and we were accused of the slippery slope fallacy. So hold up. Okay. My problem with having the federal government come in and just say, gay marriage. It's not that I have a problem with the gays getting married and having certain property rights and oh, you know, all of that kind of stuff. Okay. Because I never had a problem with that. what I had a problem with was like, okay, what's next? Because at that point in time, my entire Legion says, what do you think the plus in LGBT plus means? Yeah, as soon as they figure out a new thing they can go after. Or you could mean something much darker that I'm not going to discuss on this stream because I don't want to get it yanked. But that's probably where it's all going. But one of the things we talked about a lot is, look, I don't have a problem with the gays having rights. What I have a problem with is what comes next. I've spent my entire life watching the left continue. Well, we got to advocate for this group and we got to advocate for that group. And if you don't appreciate this group, this tiny minority on the exact terms that it wants to be appreciated, you're the bigot. You will be made to care. You won't just pretend to care. You will play the part, or we will socially struggle session you into submission. And it's like, okay, all right. But now the Disney Channel has trans characters. Why? Statistically speaking, your kids don't know anybody that's trans. They probably know a couple of people that are gay. Statistically speaking, okay? But those same stats say they don't know any trans people. And oh my God, okay? Children sometimes think that, oh, I wish I was a boy, I wish I was a girl. They also, I wish I was a Ninja Turtle, and I wish I was a Transformer, and I wish I could eat ice cream for breakfast, okay? That doesn't mean any of this is true.
No, we can do ice cream for breakfast. I've seen me do it. But yeah, the whole Transformer thing.
Well, it's a bad joke, because trans.
I thought it was a very good joke.
But I didn't laugh, you didn't laugh.
I've gotten bit by a Transformer before, though. It's not the one you want, my man.
You've been bit by trannies? I don't know that I'd talk about that on air.
No. Oh, but Mario was with me one time in Monterey when I was assaulted by a homeless gay man that threatened to dip his French fries in my butt. That didn't go well for him. It was a bad evening.
What a threat.
Homeless inebriates.
What a threat.
Yep. Monterey's a beautiful place, but when we get in trouble, it is a target-rich environment.
So Legion is just destroying it in the comments this morning. He says any degeneracy we conceive of is our next demand, and supporting the current thing is for all ages. Yeah, and that's part of the problem. There is, I've put some brain on this, and I'm going to put some more brain on it, and maybe it's a thing that needs to be developed more. I don't think it's just a current climate that this attacks. I don't think it's just American culture that this attacks. I think that this attacks all of human society, because any and all societies that have had any type of advancement, okay, have got a few things in common. And one of those things...
I'm sorry, I just saw Legion's comment. It says, I paid that dude a 6-inch Subway tuna to attack you.
Wow.
I ain't gonna lie. That wouldn't surprise me.
There's not much about Legion that would surprise me at this point. But throughout all of recorded history, there are certain things about rites of passage where you transition from being a child to being an adult. Now, for girls, there was a really clear, I'm going to call it a line of demarcation. Eat fresh. Oh my God. For girls, there was a really clear line of demarcation where you put aside childhood and enter into womanhood. Men, you needed some type of ritual, something that usually involved either killing or being hurt, or maybe both at the same time, whatever.
Or building something.
Yes. But there was a line where it said, okay, this bucket over here is kids. And the kids, because they're kids, follow one set of rules. Now, this bucket over here is the adults. And because they're adults, they follow a separate set of rules.
Yes.
And I think part of what they're going for with sticking trannies in kids shows, for example, is they're trying to erase that line. Which, I mean, you know, we wouldn't let a 10-year-old get a tattoo, but we'll totally
they've been
put
trying
them on
to erase
puberty
that line.
blockers.
They've been trying to erase that line from the other direction for a long time. That's why part of Obamacare was you keep your kids on your insurance until they're, what was it, 26?
26.
26?
Dude,
26 years old?
a fry cook at McDonald's can get insurance. You just have to work like 20, something insane, like 25 hours a week. And you get, it's not the best insurance, but I mean, it's okay insurance.
I mean, at 26, man, I can't, I was already in the Army at 26, but I had a couple of good jobs. And, you know, if you're not a grown-ass man at 26, well, then you haven't made it to term. You're an incomplete 26. But the artificial extension of adolescence into adulthood is part of the program. The end goal, you will live in the pods, you will eat the bugs, you will be state dependent,
But you'll be happy.
intellectually adolescent slave labor for the entire span of your short, dull, miserable lives. And if you let the program sweep you up into that, you will have deserved that fate.